Hi Shima girls, hope you ladies are doing a-okay. This video I want to address hard water, I want to address chlorine water, and I want to address salt water. And basically I want to address it in the form of a question. Has it ever affected your hair growth results? And that's what I would like to know most of all. Has it affected your hair growth results? The hard water, the salt water, the chlorine water. I'm going to brief you a little bit about each a particular type of water, but at the end of the day, I just want to know, did it affect your hair growth results, when that type of water touched your hair? And that's what I like to know. So let's start with hard water first, because over 85% of the population in the US are bathing and drinking hard water. Okay, now while hard water is mostly okay for drinking, it can cause many problems for our hair, and that's why I want to address the hard water. So here's where we get our water from. We either get it from groundwater, we get it from surface water, or we get it from blended water. Now briefly, groundwater could be called whale water, water from the whale. So basically it comes from the ground or from your own personal well if you have one. Surface water is water that comes from the treatment plant. This means that the water is either coming from either a river or a lake. Okay? Blended water, they say that you get the best and the worst of the groundwater and the surface water. So there you go. Now, what is hard water exactly? Well, hard water is basically determined by the level of calcium that is in the water, either found naturally from the ground or put into the water by the treatment plant, which helps control chlorine levels. Now, keep in mind, while calcium is the element that determines the hardness of the water, there are still many other elements in the water that can affect the texture and the volume and the shining control and the health of our hair. For example, iron, copper, magnesium, and silica, as well as lead. Okay, now the other type of water that totally affects the health of our hair to a certain degree, depending on how much gets into our hair and how often we have that type of water in our hair, is chlorine water. And that's a good topic to get into because I'm here in Collins Avenue and the pool is beckoning to me. Now, chlorine is a harsh oxidizer added to the pool water or drinking water that kills bacteria. Now, here are a couple of ways that chlorine affects our hair. For example, active chlorine in the hair can cause hair to feel very gummy when wet or very straw-like when it's dry. Chlorine can damage the cuticle and proteins of the hair. That's a big bad one right there. We don't want our natural proteins of our hair to be diminished. We need our protein. And as an oxidizer, the chlorine can cause the air and sun to oxidize hair and even worsen the conditions I just basically finished describing. Chlorine can cause the hair to feel dry. Chlorine can cause the hair to become brittle. Chlorine can cause the hair to lack shine. And this is all in due part because it's stripping us of our natural protein. So, we gotta be careful with too much chlorine in our hair. Now, salt water, the beach, going into that salt water and, the surfing and the swimming at the beach where I'm at, Miami Beach. The ocean is also beckoning to me. Salt water and chlorine will have the same effect it has on our type of hair. Okay, it would then basically damage and dry it out. Okay, and that definitely has happened. It's like the effect of rubbing soap into our hair, and then once the hair is dry, it is so dry and crunchy that it's just not a good look, and it's not healthy for our hair. So what we need to do is try to wash our hair as soon as we get out of the chlorine water or as soon as we get out of the salt water from the beach. Okay, but before I give all the types of solutions, I want to hear your solutions, or I want to hear your experiences with hard water. I want to hear your experiences with the chlorine water. I want to hear your experiences with the salt water. Has it affected your hair growth results? I say this because I've been washing my hair all my life with the natural tap water, and my hair has thrived. Okay, as you can see, it has thrived. It has grown to incredible lengths. But in certain areas, I've heard ladies complain that hard water is damaging to their hair, or it affects their hair negatively. And I want to hear your experiences, so we can all learn from that because all of us haven't experienced that. And like myself, because like I said, my hair has thrived. Okay, so please post your experiences with the types of water that possibly affected your hair growth results. Okay, I am looking forward to your responses. Thank you very much for joining me again, and God bless.